Swing. Good afternoon, good evening, 6:31 p.m. I didn't even pop up my chat. Hold on. Did I mute it? Yes, I did. Okay, hold on. There we go. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Can you hear me okay? Hold on, let me go back to my thing. Okay. All right, here we are. Look at you all. Shamrocks in the chat. How about ocean waves in the chat? It's true. We got married on the beach in Florida. It was great. Let me go back. Shelly Ray, thank you for being a member for 22 months. Congratulations. So happy for you both. The love you share is forever, and I wish you a lifetime of blessings. Love you both. Thank you so much, Shelly Ray. That was so sweet. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a member for so long. 22 months. Holy shit. I reckon y'all can hear me. Was Love You Down y'all's wedding song? No, we didn't have a wedding song. Gothic. Our pan of perpetual Pondu. Hello, emotional gangsta. Debbie Plug Pondu. Thank you. I'm never going to be able to go back and catch everybody and say hello to everybody. So I'll just say hello. Thank you so much. Welcome. Deja Blue Bear TC. Thank you for being a member for 1 month. Congratulations. I'm beyond happy for you too. Here's to many years. Thank you so much. Very good. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. Sham definitely does rock. Mrs. Yaba, and it makes me very happy to call you that when it's a legal fact. You two look like you've got nothing but happiness ahead. Thank you so much. Let me take a drink. Hey, silent left hand, I see you. Emotional support muffin. Just dead for Sham. Sam's. Hold on, let me catch up. I've seen somebody, Sam's smelly fingers. Look, and it's my fingers. You're funny. Hey, DG. Nice to see you. Yamano Zami. Thank you for being a member for 22 months. Congrats, even if we didn't get an invite. Yes, it was a private, intimate ceremony on the beach. It was beautiful. Hey, Quinny. I see you, Quinny. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Goofy dumb, goofy ho bitch. Hey, girl. Hey, wake up, Maggie. Sarah Jane Pondu. Kimbalina. Look at all of you. Boy, I tell you, as soon as I posted that first tweet and said it's good to be home or something like that, or what did I say? Home sweet home. And it was, I think it was this picture actually. Yeah, it was the avatar thingy that I'm using. And I posted home sweet home. Man, my DMs blew up. I was like, yikes, that might have been a mistake. I didn't figure it'd be such a big deal. But yeah. Lime Jello, hello. Is Langley here? Is she? If Langley's here, I've not seen her. I certainly hope so. Hey, Catherine, Effie Cujo, Misguided, Megan Fox, Catacorn. Did you guys like my thumbnail? I thought it was pretty spectacular. Becca James, thank you so much for being a member for 13 months. Forever a Basic Betty. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Hold on. I just want to, wait, first I'm going to share this picture of Panama City Beach, Florida. Absolutely fucking beautiful, even in the early springtime. Becca, thank you for being a member for 13 months. Mia Moore, thank you for the super chat. Marriage. Marriage is what brings us here today. That's so cute. Thank you so much. I will say I hate that movie. Maybe it's not the movie. It is the movie I'm thinking of. I hate that movie, but thank you. Claire, thank you so much for the super chat. Congratulations to Mrs. and Mrs. Yaba. Oh, I love the emojis. Thank you. Catacorn Mermaid, thank you for being a member for 9 months. Forever Basic Betty, thank you so much. Saturday Baker, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Congratulations. Thank you. Goofy dumb, goofy ho bitch. What we all really want to know is, did Yaba get on a plane? No, we drove. Bunny says it's still Florida. Bunneth Jean, I'll have you know, Florida is my home state. That is where I grew up. Okay. Do we have a gift registry? No, we do not have a gift registry, but thank you for asking. We really don't need anything. Was Harlow the flower girl? Okay, so Harlow and Jack did go with us. Hey, Shell, we were just talking about you. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. I was wondering. I was like, what happened to Shell? I haven't seen Shell in a while. Literally, just tonight. That's crazy. Thank you, Lindsay. Cat's Rule. Nice to see you. Kat says, I knew the minute Yaba was in Florida what was up. She doesn't leave her state. You guys are so funny. Becca said, I knew y'all were getting married. That's the only way I see Yaba traveling. Yaba has left the state before. We have gone to Tennessee together. I know she's been to Texas. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Spooky Fun Suite, you're in Tampa. I grew up right across the way in Titusville, Florida. Kentucky doesn't count. Well, no, Kentucky doesn't count. That's where she's from. I'm not counting Kentucky. I'm counting Tennessee, Texas, and all the states between Kentucky and Texas, which is what? Illinois, Arkansas. Is there a little Oklahoma in that journey? I don't think so. I think it's Illinois and Arkansas. That's what I think it is. Was Beeps invited? Absolutely not. The Department of Corrections says different. Yeah, but hasn't left the state for 8 to 10. Thank you so much, Sherry B. I appreciate you. That's right, Don't Fence Me. And she's working on getting her passport so she can go to Canada for the memorial. I will not be flying to Europe, Salva. Absolutely not. Make the thumbnail postcard for your turtle club. You know what? Our Panda Perpetual Pondu. So we went to Ron John Surf Shop, of course. It's a must when you're in Florida. Y'all want to hear a funny story? Hey, Nikki P, nice to see you. Glad you could be here. Y'all want to hear a funny story about Ron John? So, we don't frequent the fail farmer blog anymore, but every once and again, somebody sees a post and it's like, hey, look at this, right? So today there was I don't know if it's there yesterday, but I've seen it today. Anyway, there's some whack job over there on the Fail Farms blog. Who was it? I can't remember who it was. Oh, that's right. That 600-pound death fat. Is it Chaotic Pizza Party? Listen, I don't know where they live, but apparently they either live in Florida or they think they know a whole lot about Florida, right? Because they had this whole post about how Florida's not a flex and it's just all traffic and super high property tax rates and property values, and just Florida is such, it's not the flex Sammy Yaba think it is, right? And then Chaotic Pizza Party, the 600-pound death fat, has the absolute fucking audacity to tell me to take my Buc-ee's hoodie off. Matter of fact, I'll send you the screenshot that was sent to me because this is really good. So yeah, 600-pound death fat Chaotic Pizza Party. Is that who it is? Let me double check. Yes. Says, hold on. There. Says, and I quote, Florida's not a flex either. The state sucks ass. It's full of traffic and the cost of insurance and taxes are eye-watering. House prices are also so overvalued that the state just is a skin-walking California, but ooh, a pretty beach. I'm curious what job Cliff has, to be honest, because living in Florida is not cheap. Home insurance is easily $20,000, and property taxes sometimes double that on a modest home. Also, bitch, get that Buc-ee's hoodie off of you. You cannot sit with us. And it's so funny because the hoodie in question is absolutely not a Buc-ee's hoodie. It's a Ron John Surf Shop. So what are you talking about? And what the fuck do you know, Chaotic Pizza Party? 600-pound death fat over there just typing away on your stupid little blog. Don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's a Ron John hoodie. Hold on. Let me show you all a picture of the hoodie in question. Memento, por favor. Is it this one? Yes. So here this heifer is, 600-pound death fat over on the Kiwi Farms. The all-knowing, knows every fucking thing over there. Hey, very good. Thank you so much for the super chat. As an aside, you should really change your StreamYard name to Mrs. Yaba as a tribute to a soon-to-be destitute crone who tried to do that with Ron. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'll take that into consideration for sure. All right, where's my airdrop? Oh, wait, no, that's not what I want. Here it is. Oh, that's not what I want either. Hold on. Is it this one? Yeah, look. So this chaotic pizza party sitting here talking about Florida like they know a fuck all thing about Florida, right? So here's the hoodie. All right. I don't own a Buc-ee's hoodie, Miss Pizza Party. And neither one of us were wearing a Buc-ee's hoodie. The only hoodie you see here, well, I was wearing an Airwalk hoodie the first day. But they were talking about this one. This is Ron John Surf Shop, ma'am, Miss Pizza Party. It's Ron John Surf Shop. All right. And I'll have you know that I grew up in Titusville, Florida. All right. That is where I grew up. That is where I spent my childhood. I grew up on the beaches, mostly Cocoa Beach and Playa Linda, because, whatever. So let's see. Titusville, Florida to Cocoa Beach. If I recall correctly, it's under 30 minutes. Oh, okay. It says 42 minutes. 42-minute drive from Cocoa Beach. And Miss knows everything about Florida. You should know that Ron John Surf Shop, one of a kind. Did it or did it not start out as a little t-shirt and surf supply stand? Like literally a stand in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Literally the beach I grew up on in the 80s. You're sitting here trying to have some, profound post up there on your little blog talking shit on Florida, telling me to take my Buc-ee's hoodie off because I can't sit with you. It's not even a Buc-ee's hoodie, dumb fuck. It's a Ron John hoodie, okay? All right, what do you know? Anyway, Florida is my home state. It was good to be home. We had such a good time. And yeah, we got married. It was so much fun. I cannot believe that freaking Hussy Jean slaps Clara and Hunch with a breach of contract lawsuit the very week that Sam and Yaba get married. Like, are you kidding me? Do you think Hussy did that on purpose? Waited? Do you think he just had like a feeling that Sam and Yaba were going to be getting married and he waited to pull the trigger on that one? Okay, hold on. Wait, I want to put my thumbnail on here because I just think it's a really cute thumbnail. So I just want to share it a little more. Look how cute it is. See, that's my Ron John hoodie. Stupid. And that's Airwalk. Where do you see Buc-ee's? Nobody took a photograph wearing a Buc-ee's anything. Stupid. Why don't you go post on your old blog how you're so fucking smart and you know everything and tell me to take my fucking Ron John hoodie off. I fucking double dog dare you. Yeah, actually, Nikki P is the one who was, and that's the message I saw. Like the preview was Nikki P saying, "Why does everything happen when you're not available?" I was like, "Oh my God, what happened now?" Imagine my shock and surprise when it was Hussy Jean hauling Clara and Hunch into court on fucking breach of contract. It's great. I've read over the majority of the complaint, not in its entirety. So we'll have to do that this week. I understand Owl did a live stream going over it. Contrary to Owl's wishes and hopes and dreams, I did not watch her stream. That's another thing. I saw a lot of commentary around the internet that I can't believe Sam and Yaba are actually on the internet and they're supposed to be on their honeymoon. They're getting married. What are you talking about? As if these people really truly would have turned their phones off. Literally, there's people in chats and comment sections saying, if I had gone to Florida to get married, I would turn my internet off. I would be completely unplugged. Bullshit, you would. Bullshit. So anyway, yes, we were still getting notifications. Of course, obviously, we were still on Twitter, So I heard Al went live going over it. I believe it was Nikki P again, who messaged me and said, wow, she's getting so much of this shit just flat out wrong. Can't wait for you to come back and cover it. I was like, of course she's getting that shit wrong. And that's when I tweeted and I was like, don't worry, Shamrocks. Never fear. I will be back and we will go over all of this, everything that Owl got wrong and everything that what's her name's too fucking stupid to understand. So don't worry about it. So no, Owl, sorry to disappoint you. Make sure you timestamp in your live stream where you go over the fact that I told you were dead ass wrong when you assumed I was watching you from Florida. I said we would watch when I got back when I was down on the beach. That's what I said, stupid. Al is saying that she read the whole paperwork, so how could she get everything wrong? Bust a can of biscuits. She always gets everything wrong. And I swear I can't figure it out. It's like I'm 50-50. Like, is she really that stupid that she gets everything wrong? Or does she get everything wrong on purpose? Like, I don't know. Bama girl, thank you so much. Hey, Bama, do you live in Alabama? Let me tell you something about Alabama. All right. So we drove through what? We drove through Kentucky, drove through Tennessee, drove through Alabama, right? Straight down I-65. Okay. Well, when we went down there, I think we left Monday and traffic was great. Like it really wasn't a problem. I mean, we fucking zipped, right? Huh. On the way back yesterday, Saturday, it was heavy traffic northbound on 65. But let me tell you something about any motherfucker traveling southbound on 65 in the state of Alabama, from the top of Alabama to the bottom of Alabama. It was a fucking parking lot all day. I can testify. I was on I-65 northbound through Alabama, literally fucking all day yesterday. And I can tell you that southbound was bumper to bumper. It was a parking lot, the whole state. Google how long it takes to get from the top of Alabama to the bottom of Alabama on I-65 southbound. That is how long a stretch. Hours and hours and hours where it just did not fucking move. It was insanity. Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat. Congratulations to my two lesbians, my two fey lesbians in Indiana. Thank you so much, Wicked Crafter. Appreciate you. Remember, Owl told me that she is mentally slow. She wasn't lying. Did she tell you that? I think I remember you telling me that she told you that. Did she really? Like, was she being serious? I would believe that. I would believe that. Like I said, I'm 50-50 on whether Al is just that fucking stupid and that's why she gets everything wrong, or she does it on purpose. And if you're telling me, AK, that she told you that she's mentally slow, then I guess that answers the question, doesn't it? Drama B, thank you so much for being a member for 10 months. Forever a Basic Betty, thank you so much for the congratulations. Foul embarrassing her children for money on YouTube. Nikki P says she was interpreting it wrong and she was saying Sam purposely lied about her 30K guesstimate because it was in the paperwork all along. Was saying, why didn't Sam show paperwork too? What paperwork is she referring to that was available publicly all along? But, and also, let me just tell you that $30,000 was not my guess. That number was not a number I came up with. I'm pretty sure that the $30,000 number came either from DC or Hussy's mouth themselves. Isn't that how much he sued for? Didn't he initially sue for $30,000? I don't know. I have not been arsed to go back and look, but that's not a number I just fucking pulled out of my ass and came up with, nor did I ever state it as fact. Foul Owl, and you know that. You know that. Thank you, Nikki P. Bama Girl says, it's crazy. Dude, I'm not exaggerating. The entire length of the state of Alabama on I-65 was absolutely bumper to bumper, all lanes across. It did not move the entire day. I swear. Hey, babe. Nice to see you. Tweet T, I hope we can move past our disagreement. I hope you get it was about my situation. Tweet T, no hard feelings. I don't believe I blocked you, did I, on the Twitter? You've always been super respectful, and I have no reason to, take that disagreement any further. I totally get where you're coming from, and I think that you get where I'm coming from as well. I believed it enough that I stopped insulting her on Twitter because it felt wrong. Really, AK? Okay. Hey, B-Day today. Thank you. Bradley D, hello. Okay, where am I? Skinny Queen Reacts. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. And the congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, wait. Hey Girl Hayes is talking about the 7,500. All she did was prove that you didn't lie. She did. Oh, really? Hey Girl Hey? Okay, Nikki P says we guessed 3 counts, 10 grand each. I don't think that was a guess though. Like I feel like that came like in the original paperwork. Well, I mean, we can go look. It's that case is still online. Hold on. Let me go find a link. Yeah, differences in opinion happen. I heard her out. She heard me out. I don't think anybody got, out of pocket or anything. Thank you so much, Debbie Pundu. Scar says 30K is what he sued for. It was 10K for this, 10K for that, and 10K for whatever. That equals 30K. That's what I thought too. Like, where would I just come up with fucking 30K? Again, nor did I ever say that that was fact, that, nothing like that. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Wait, I have to find who sent that to me. I think this person here. I have to scroll back a bit. Hold on. Here it is. Okay. Oh, wait, that is this one. I need the other one. Hold on. Very good. Says DC has spent at least 40 grand on Ron and Hussy from what we know and from rumor on the street. So yes, let's continue to laugh at DC Big Brain Girl. Very good. Thank you so much for the super chat. Also, don't forget how much DC has spent on legal fees regarding yours truly, right? She had to pay that attorney to write the cease and desist letter. That attorney was also paid to enter into I won't even fine, for lack of a better word, we'll go ahead and say negotiations with our attorney, Ms. Manning. She had to pay her for that as well. And then, of course, the attorney that she had to pay to represent her in the other filing. She had to pay for that attorney as well. So go ahead and tally that into the tally. Teddy Pig, thank you so much for the super chat. Yabba's finally made you an honest woman. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Fruity Tootie says you just have to assume that it's factually wrong if it came from anything associated with the Beg Linda Grift gang. That includes that hater blog thread, especially. That's right, Fruity Tootie. Well said. Show the ring so they can say it's a Walmart ring. They've seen my ring a million times. Maybe don't know I'm prepared to go on camera. Thank you, Chrisley girl. Show the rings. You guys haven't seen Yaba's ring. You know what? I posted a picture one day when Yaba launched that hoodie with Beg Linda on it, riding the send me a picture of yours. Do I have a picture of yours? When she launched that shirt with Beg Linda riding the lawnmower, and I took a picture of me in the hoodie, I had both of our rings on, and I don't think anybody spotted it. Can you believe that? Skinny Queen React says also getting married before Miriam is great. Thank you for the super chat. I'll see if I have a picture. Hold on. I was trying to bait Sam to put her streams back up by claiming loads of BS went down on them. She said to put it back up in her last stream. She wants to make Sam her content. She fucking wishes. Listen, Al can say whatever she wants over there on her little channel. Her little echo chamber, her little group of friends, and her little audience. They're gonna believe whatever comes out of her mouth, and that's totally fine. It's not like I'm gonna change anybody's mind, right? Mm-mm. DC was threatening to sue me for retweeting a tweet she claims got her fired from Voices of America. It's literally a 4-year-old retweet. The next day after her threat, she got served. Really? I didn't see any of that go down, obviously, but I did hear the chatter about how she was talking big shit about you, AK, and saying that you better hire a lawyer. And the next day, she got served with that suit. It's great. I was wearing. Oh, you know what? I was wearing her ring one day. I think I was. When mine was getting sized. Fruity Tootie. Who is saying that Yaba gave me a ring and I didn't get one for her? Of course I did. Horticia, you're on Twitter and no one ever responds? On Twitter? Are you Horticia on Twitter? DC threatened to sue someone for retweeting because of the Deb Hurd case while retweeting shit on Hussy was Chef's kiss. Paula and her girl says, make sure you show Yaba's ring tomorrow so Foodie can be jelly. I'll show her ring. Well, now we have to get our actual wedding bands too. So stay tuned for that. I'm not a flashy person. Is anyone shocked I didn't post my ring? No. Out of curiosity, will we ever get the old live streams back? I do miss them. I mean, yeah, I'll go through and have a look-see, I suppose. I mean, I imagine now that Clara has got herself super duper tied up in the courts once again, maybe she won't have time to spend on frivolous copyright claims. I don't know, but remember back in December, who was it that December when all those strikes were going oot and about. She said she was going to be striking, and I was like, you know what? We're not doing that. I'm just going to take my shit down. It is what it is, Okay, hold on. Let me see. Because I wanted to look at. I have not watched Owl's stream, like I said, but I did hear that she was making a big to-do about the actual dollar amount and what Sam said and shit like that. So what is this? Not what I thought it was. I must be on the wrong account. Hold on. There we go. Open. Jesus. Okay. Very good, said DC will be too busy looking for a job to strike. Agreed, right? She's got her hands tied. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, so the original civil defamation, libel, slander suit that Hussy filed on Clara last March. Oh my gosh, almost a year to the day, March 29th. Today's the 24th. Shelly Ray, thank you so much for gifting 1 Shamrock membership. Scara, welcome. Shake them out of the tree. Thank you so much. Let's see. That's the complaint motion. Okay, so I think it would be this complaint. Let me open that bad boy. Because I'm pretty sure that's the $10,000, and there was three complaints, right? So where's the demand? Hold on. Okay. Count 1. Count 2. Count 3. Oh, there's more than 3 counts. Okay. But yeah, $10,000. That's how much was demanded in each one. And then I'm pretty sure that Clara is the one that was sending that started giving talking about the $30,000 number. Isn't that how much? Wait, was that how much they were trying to raise for the war chest was 30 grand? And so we were speculating that either that's how much the attorney said she was going to need, how much the case was going to cost her to defend herself, or potentially that her attorney said the case would be, could potentially be valued around 30,000. All I know is Al trying to sit there and get some sort of win on me over, Sam said it was $30,000 and look, it was 7,500 and she's so stupid. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Al, why don't you just knock that shit off? Goofy dumb goofy hoe bitch. So backpedaling after implying DC told her what's up. Now she's trying to make it your fault. She's a moron. Exactly. Goofy dumb goofy hoe bitch. Thank you for the super chat. She did imply that she knew because DC told her, and then come to find out that this new breach of contract lawsuit that Hussy Jean has filed on Clara, he alleges that Clara Hondra, part of the breach of the contract is that Clara Hondra was telling people about the details of their settlement and their agreement. Now, I think it was Sherry B who Husseth Jean claims that Clara Hondra told or talked to about the settlement. Was it not? Isn't she in the chat, or she was? Oh my God. Tweet T says Al is a self-masturbating, emaciated weirdo. Tweet T, it goes on the board. Girl, that was a work of art. Where is it? I lost it. Dang it. Tweet T. Okay, there it is. There we go. Nikki P, thank you so much for the super chat. The best bit was Juan having to sign the non-disparagement. Pay Hussy 2.5K, and now he's officially a party in this new filing. Clara did a number on him. Do you guys think that that was part of Hussy's demand to settle? It had to have been. That's the only way I can think that Ron would have signed a non-disparagement agreement in a civil case to which he was no party. I read that and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Husseth had to have demanded it. When Clara Hondra's attorney went crawling on her hands and knees to Husseth Jean's attorney, saying, my client begs of you to settle out of court immediately. Give us your demand. Remember when I showed you the DMs where Husseth Jean told me that he was a bad bitch? Remember? Effie says she told Tragic and Sherry. DG says, I think DC is freaking out at this point, and I am here for it. Yes, I think Husseth Jean demanded that Ronald also signing the non-disparagement agreement was part of the deal. End of. Hussy has a screenshot of someone ratting out Sherry. There's Sherry in the chat. I thought Sherry said that, okay, see, Sherry B in the chat says, but she didn't, meaning Clara did not tell her. Sherry B is saying Hussy lied. Effie Cujo says somebody shared a screenshot ratting Sherry out. Effie Cujo, where can I find said screenshot? Hold on. I want to go back to Very Good's comment. I'm going to post it if I can find it. Hold on. Here we go. $7,500 for the settlement, $2,500 for Ron to settle Hussy down, $7,000 for the GoFundMe. Oof, at least $2,500 to lease another store, $15,000 to buy Ron's grandma out. Clara, dear, you're 70 years old. I think we'll go ahead and subtract the $15,000 though, because Ron has not bought his grandmother's share of that house. And if he has claimed that, that is a fucking lie. No. I just want to be, goofy dumb goofy ho bitch. 7.5K make them a bad bitch. Lord. And no, I agree. 7.5K does not. But if Husseth was able to get a non-party to sign a non-disparagement agreement in a civil case they were no party of, I would say that's kind of bad bitch. I'd feel pretty fucking bad bitch. I would feel bad bitch if I filed on Clara Hondra a civil libel, defamation, slander lawsuit, and her DC attorney came crawling to my attorney on her fucking hands and knees, begging to settle out of court. And I said, oh yeah, you want to settle out of court? Make Ronnie sign that fucking non-disparagement too, bitch. Yeah, I'd feel like a bad bitch. I would. Oh, is there a different Sherry? Well, I'm pretty sure this Sherry B is the one that Husseth is referring to. Hold on. I asked Effie Cujo where I could see the screenshot, and I did not see the response. Does anybody have that screenshot? Aw, thanks, babe. Oh, hold on. I got to get it out of there. Uh-oh, where'd it go? That's not the best picture of it. You can't really see it, but hold on. I'll try to make it more zoomed in. Hold on. Dang it. Oh, wait. I guess I can do that. Okay. Hold on. Can I do that bigger? Like Sam had to zoom all the way in on her ring. It's so small. Hold on. Do you guys want to see the ring? I don't know. I don't think you guys want to see it. Yeah, he's named all of us because he plans. His plan is to use the money from DC to sue everyone named in that ridiculous lawsuit, of course. Busted Can of Biscuits agrees. Okay, hold on. Let me stop screen sharing that. Skyfiat Jean says no, fuck the ring. What? Hey, KB Wilder, thank you so much. Where's the difference between Chantal and Clara? Both are dusty. Both by their men. Both names start with C. Is the least of their starting with C is the least of their worries. Very good, said DC. You're gonna work till you die, bitch. I'm so happy for you. If you weren't such a know-it-all, people would actually feel better for you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Tweet T says, "Are we getting a wedding vlog?" No. No. Listen, it's a damn shame, that there are certain people out there who have to ruin it for everybody. But unfortunately, we just have to keep some things very private, or else people will just completely fucking ruin it. And who wants that? So it is what it is. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very good. Thank you, Abs Babs. Thank you so much. Don't fence me, and I'm busy being a fatty right now. I had McDonald's delivered, and the food was so ew. You're pulling a Chantel. All right, hold on. There's Yaba's ring. Wait, can you see it? Oh yes, it is sharing. Do you think Clara's lawyer will take her back on after making her lie in court? Absolutely not, Nikki P. But I, for one, cannot wait to find out. When was she served, though? I guess I have to go look and see when she was served. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that case now that we're back. Yep, I cannot wait to find to see when an attorney makes an appearance. I can't wait to find out who the attorney is going to be. Yava says Hussy will blow the money fast. I hope he gets it. And PASSESAWAY. Same, baby. Same. Yaba is so skinny from the hand. See, after the money. Hold on. That one's going on the board, babe. There we go. Anyway, her ring is very shiny. It's just as shiny as mine. Sparkly. Shiny and sparkly. I cannot wait to get our wedding bands. They're going to be so beautiful. I seen somebody on there said something about Yaba cannot ask Chantel for proof of her marriage until she shows proof of her marriage. Listen, all I'm saying is that the official record of our marriage is public record in the great state of Florida. So knock yourselves out, What is bigger, Yaba's prenuptial agreement or Sam's belly? 100% my gunt. Absolutely. Thank you. The Doc Door of Smile. That was fun. That was fucking hilarious. The last lawyer is responsible for her current situation. Letting Negs and DC sign that contract was a retarded move. Find a new lawyer, DC, or don't, AK, or don't, Anyway about it. Can we call it the dairy farms now since they started acting so cowish? Actually, Brioche, that's brilliant. That's actually brilliant. I think it should just be the dairy farms for sure. For sure. Scar says Yaba strikes me as a silicone band. Absolutely not. I already have them picked out, but I just want to look at a couple more options on mine. She only takes it off when she works, and when we go to bed, we don't wear them. Wake Up Maggie says, not to be parasocial, but I feel like two of my besties got married. So happy for you. Thank you so much, Wake Up Maggie. Thank you for the super chat. Busted Can of Biscuits. Just want to say I'm so happy for y'all. Love always prevails. Indeed, it does. Thank you so much, Busted Can of Biscuits. Yeah, but shut up the people saying she was Chantel Sides with that selfie on your marriage. I love it. They wish. They fucking wish. And I know it absolutely fucking drives them crazy that we aren't. Hold on. My ringer's on. I need to turn it off. Okay. Real quick. Let's see, what time is it? Because I can't be on here all night. I'm so tired. Okay, that's fine. Very good. Said it was low key brilliant on Hussy's lawyer's part. He knew that wrong, couldn't help himself for sure. Busted Can of Biscuits for real. I didn't realize how tall Yaba was. Yeah, she's quite a bit taller than me. Can you believe that? Okay, so let's see. Defendants in the new breach of contract lawsuit, defendants have not yet had an attorney file appearance. So Hussy is the plaintiff again. This time the defendants are listed as Ronald Corbin and Clara Frank, but I believe on the actual complaint, the defendants were listed as Clara Frank et al., which I guess means and others. I have a ball, not a volleyball. So we're supposed to donate in Big Wheezy's chat for the wedding ring fundraiser. But seriously, congrats to you. So happy for you both. Right? Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for the super chat. The lawyer didn't pick up what Hussy's lawyer was trying to pull. If she's also not mentally slow, she'd find an actual bulldog lawyer who's handled this shit before. Mm-hmm. Couples who get sued together stay together. All right, hold on. Let me open this real quick. So this is a 30-page complaint. I'm not going to share screen. I know that for whatever reason, Al wasted a fuck ton of time like redacting names. And then I also hear AK, in fact, I heard it from AK, that after, even though Al spent a fuck ton of time and effort redacting names out of a 30-page fucking complaint, that she still fucked up and missed some and showed you and didn't she show you and Tragic's names? Like, how are you going to spend all that time redacting names from a 30-page complaint just so you can share it on your screen, which is completely and totally unnecessary if you're just going to read the whole fucking thing anyway, and then fuck up and leave people's names in there and show them? How stupid can one stupid bitch be? I don't know. I mean, she did say she's slow. Mm-hmm. Her words, not mine. Owl doxed 3 people. Tweet T says, I don't have 10K to buy the attic. I wish I did. Tweet T, is that true that he said that the other day that he almost sold the attic that day? He's like, I was going to sell my store for 10K today. Did he really say that? I seriously haven't watched anything. I've only seen what's been said on Twitter. But boy, howdy, I tell you. You forgot who the third was? Oh, it was you, Tragic, and someone else. I had some of my lip balm on. Did you hear Tragic ending a call with the police with Bodega Love? That's great. If he did, I think it's great. Listen, you guys know me. I am a big fan of being on brand. So I love it. Bodega Love. Why not? Hey, my cousin David, God rest his soul. He used to end every conversation with one love. He was real big on that. Love him so much. She was flexing how Adobe lets her redact things really easy at the beginning of that stream too, and she was doing it manually one by one up until that point. Seems like maybe she needs to go back and do it manually one by one again. I don't know. Or maybe just skim over it and make sure she don't fuck nothing up. You guys want to go over the filing real quick before I go? I mean, why not? It's Sunday night. We're here, right? I just got here and can't hear a thing. I'll be on the replay, but congrats and best wishes for your marriage. Thank you so much, Kitty Cakes, when you catch up. Appreciate you. Hey, Gucci Gang Gamer Girl. I recall Al being the first one to say 30K, says Monica Baja. Really? I mean, honest to God, I have no idea. I couldn't even give you an idea of when it was that, we were throwing that number around. Is that why she's making such a big deal about it? So I'll go unprivate streams so people can go find and so we can watch that again. What's the fucking point? What is it really that big of a fucking deal? I think we can all agree that at no point in time did I ever say, like, factually, this is Hussy told me he got $30,000 from Clara. No. So, I mean, Al can sit over there emaciated and weird looking for as long as she wants, and she can into the abyss for as long as she wants. And Sam was still wrong about 30,000. I never fucking said that was a fact. It was an educated guess based on, what do we use? Context clues or whatever. What's the word? I don't know. Promise, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Sham does rock. I agree. Congratulations. I'm busy, but I'll be listening. Glad you're here. Yeah, leave out all the old stuff. It was torture hearing Al going through it all like it was brand new. Wait a minute, Nikki P. Are you telling me Al went over the first case first? Did she really? Why? Did we not cover that? At length in its entirety? Wow, Effie Cujo. Unreal. Hey, Misguided. Al was going around believing the shit the DC told the bodega crew. Why are we listening to what an animal lover, allegedly, has to say? Thank you. Very good. Wow. Yes, Effie Cujo. I also heard that Ron has once again yeeted his Rumble. Now, my question is, did he just private it all and like hide it, or did he nuke his Rumble, like delete it? I'd be interested in knowing. I appreciate you all being here tonight to help me catch up and get up to speed so we can start in the morning, all caught up, all up to speed and move forward. We will be watching every day. We'll be checking the Hussy versus Clara and Ron breach of contract lawsuit. 401 not found, huh, Scara? It says, 401 or 410. Either way about it. He says deleted, but who knows? That's right, Bradley D. Monday, we need to hit the ground running, and we shall. We shall. Being smart enough to dodge ex-husbands in cars isn't a flex. Oh, Bunny. That was kind of funny. Fuck you, Al. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it, You're pretty foul. All right? You really are. She was looking for 30,000 in the original doc, even though we all know it was private. SL Owl Slowl. Effie Cujo, that's really clever there. Are you serious? Do you mean in the original complaint she was looking for the number 30,000? I'm just absolutely flabbergasted that Foul Owl has spent so much time and effort and energy on the whole 30,000 thing. And the fact that by and large, the general consensus is that nobody really understands why she's making such a fucking big deal about the 30,000 number. Unless she really thinks that's like, see, Sam's a liar. I mean, you could probably come up with a lot more things out there that would be more convincing, on the whole Sam's a big fat liar thing. Other than this is just, it's just weak. I don't know. I just don't get it. Hey, Auntie M. Yes, we got married. We got married on Wednesday. For those of you who didn't know, we went down to Florida. We were on Panama City Beach. It was beautiful. White sugar sand beaches, crystal clear blue water. The water doesn't look so crystal clear in this picture here on account of there was a pretty big storm this day, so it got all swished around, but thank you for the super chat, NTM. Okay, because if she can prove that you lied about the 30K, then that proves that you lie about everything. Really? I mean, but that's the thing though. It's like, it's not like nowhere did I say, this is how much it was. I'm not going to tell you how I know, but I know. Just trust me. It was 30K. That's how much it was. No, I think what I said for sure is that Clara had to write Hussy a big fat check. And I'm sorry, but if somebody wrote me a $7,500 check, I'd be like, I got a big fat check, $7,500. I don't know about Foul Owl, but that's a lot of money for me. And from the looks of it, Foul Owl, $7,500 is a lot of money for you too, homegirl. Right? That's what I did say for sure. Is that Clara wrote him a big fat check, and she did. And then you know what else she did after that? Had to write him another fucking check that equaled an even fatter fucking check. Owl. Foul owl. It's about time you start sucking my dick, bitch. Oh, sorry, that was a little foul. Sorry. See what happens when I talk about foul owl? Scara, it was so nice. So it was beautiful and sunny the whole time we were there. The temperatures were chilly. The kids did not mind, not one little bit. They got in the water every single day. We even got in the water to an extent. But the sun was shining. So, but it was also very windy. Anyway, the weather was absolutely gorgeous. And then on our very last day there on Friday, we had a storm come in, and I was actually like thrilled. We left on Saturday, so we were there the whole day Friday, and I was actually thrilled that we got to be there for super gorgeous sunny weather and also watch a storm come in over the Gulf of Mexico and watch how the waves picked up and the ocean got more active, and it was absolutely beautiful. Fowl was a daytime stripper. They were laughing at you saying you'd think it was a lot of money. I mean, listen, $7,500 is a lot of money. Okay. Especially if your fucking mouth, your stupid fucking mouth, and the vile shit that came out of your mouth caused you to have to write a $7,500 check to somebody you absolutely fucking despise. Somebody who makes you fucking seethe day in and day out, morning, noon, and night, around the clock. You seethe about this person and you run your big fat fucking mouth and you say absolutely vile things. You say things so vile about this person that a judge in a Washington, D.C. court of law calls your statements vile. Yes, $7,500 is a big fat fucking check. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's plus attorney's fees. How much do you think she had to pay that attorney in that case? Do you think when that attorney submitted her final invoice to Clara to settle up her account with her firm and her representation on that lawsuit, do you think that that Clara was advised that her retainer covered everything and that she would be receiving a refund? No. No, she had to pay up because this is how I know. Because I know for a fact that Hussy's attorney probably dumped a fuck ton of, information on her, whatever, all kinds of shit to go through. Clara sent her all kinds of shit to go through. Billable hour after billable hour after billable hour. Then there was all of the hearings. And then the cherry on top was the fact that at the TRO hearing, Clara not only lied on the stand, but had her attorney lie as well. And then they were both proven to have lied in open court. Her and her attorney. I guarantee you, Clara paid that attorney not a dime less than $10,000. That's a big fat fucking check too, isn't it? Foul owl. It is. It absolutely is. So, whatever. Ron's on the dole, so $7,500 to him. Indeed. $7,500 is a fat check. It's a fat check that somebody's mouth wrote and their ass had to cash. Listen, Hussy's lawyer be a snake too, Kimberlina. That's the lawyer I want on my side. All right, let's get to the new filing and let's get this over with. So I can go spend the evening with my wife. She got lost at 8.78. Wait, she got lost at $8. So I said that to start over. Oh, hold on. Before that, Bunny said, I know Al got tipped in quarters during the legs and eggs Sunday brunch at the Palace Strip Club. Rolling loose coins is hard sham. Very good, says spending cash like she's got decades left. JFC, thank you for the super chat. Nikki P said, I thought the lawyer's fees were included in the 7.5K. It said on the docket that both were responsible for own attorney's fees after settlement. No. So, no, that does not include lawyer's fees. If it says that both are responsible for own attorney's fees after settlement, that means Hussy had to pay his attorney out of, I guess, probably the 7.5K, but Clara paid her attorney separately from that for sure. Yep, my wife. I be reminding her I got paperwork on her now. And then she looks at me and says, you got paperwork on me too, babe? Yep. All right. So this is a 30-page complaint, and I absolutely love it. I'm just going to kind of skim over it. I love the fact that this complaint, just by the nature of it being a breach of contract complaint, that details of said contract have to be revealed in the complaint. It's fucking great. K11P says, has he paid nothing because he's on disability? I don't know. I don't know. I highly doubt that this attorney is doing this for free. I don't believe that's the case. I don't know of anywhere in the United States where you get free legal representation for being on disability, but maybe you do. I don't know. I just don't think so. Can somebody look that up? If in the state of New York, if you're on disability, if you get free legal representation, I just don't see that. Kathleen, thank you so much for the super chat. Congratulations. Thank you. Hussy paid out of his 7.5K and Clara paid out of pocket. Yeah. So how much do you think how much do you guys think that Hussy's attorney took for that? I'm gonna say, here's this number again, 30. I'm gonna say 30%. Alexa, what is 30% of 7,500?
30% of 7,500 is 2,250.
2,250. No, I don't think you took half. Thank you, Alexa. I think you took 30%. So 2,250 off the 7.5K. That's my guess. What do I know? Owl. Have I said that clearly enough? Have I disclaimed loudly enough for you that that is just my guess? That Mr. Maxwell got 30% of the 7.5K. Right, busted can of biscuits on fucking real. He got the filing fee waived, claiming disability and a welfare recipient. Oh, well, I mean, that's not unheard of. But I don't believe that the legal representation was free. I just wanted to say hookers and blow. Okay. So here's the nature of the complaint. We all know who the parties are. Nature of complaint. Since last year, defendants have been actively using their personal social media accounts, Twitter, YouTube channel, and Rumble channel to willfully and deliberately engage in campaigns of harassment and defamation against Mr. Tukachian by openly and falsely accusing plaintiff of being a, quote, sex predator, drunk, liar, scammer, and other defamatory written and or oral statements. Defendant also falsely categorized plaintiff of being a sexual predator and an alcoholic via the republication of third-party defamatory videos on her Twitter personal account, even knowing that plaintiff has never been arrested or prosecuted for whatever criminal activity she claims plaintiff has been involved with, or indeed has a clinically diagnosed addiction to alcohol. This led the plaintiff to file claims of defamation, defamation per se, false light, and intentional infliction of emotional distress against Ms. Frank. See generally civil action number 2023-CAB-001935 in the Superior Court of the District of Columbia. Wow. That's pretty fucking serious. This led the plaintiff to file claims of defamation, defamation per se, false light, and intentional infliction of emotional distress, all of which Clara Hondra settled out of court with a $7,500 payment and agreeing to, what was it called? Hey, Kim Fisher, good to see you. The non-disparagement agreement. I mean, does that or does that not just basically admit, yes, I did it. I'm so sorry. Here's $7,500. And me and my boyfriend will sign here and promise not to talk about you ever again. All of this is public. Not just DC, Kimberlina. Nobody listened to their attorney. And wasn't it Clara Hondra who was going around just last week, or I guess the week before or whatever, saying nobody's learned anything. All these people going to court, nobody's learned anything. Least of all you, ma'am. Least of all you and your boyfriend, right? Right. On October 23rd, 2023, the parties decided to reach a settlement by signing a settlement agreement entitled Confidential Settlement Agreement and General Release, hereinafter referred to as the agreement, settlement agreement, or simply the document. For example, in the settlement agreement, which foul owl was never posted publicly, and to this day, the settlement agreement has not been posted publicly. Weirdo. For example, in the settlement agreement, Miss Frank agreed to pay plaintiff $7,500 and refrain from disparagement, including participation in disparagement from others. They literally got her to agree not only to never disparage Hussy again, but this also agreeing not to participate in disparagement from others means I also will not participate in panels where other people are disparaging you, Hussy. I promise I'll never do that again. I will not retweet disparaging tweets or remarks on Twitter, anywhere. YouTube comment sections. I will not reply to comments where Hussy is being disparaged. Neither will my boyfriend. I mean, I guess in as much as and I still haven't read the actual settlement agreement, like how specific and detailed it was. But from the sounds of it, I will give Hussy credit where credit's due. It sounds like this was a bad bitch settlement on Hussy's part. I mean, after all, this is just internet slap fight, fuck shittery. At the end of the day, where one person crossed the line and said things that could get them in legal no trouble and make them have to write a big fat check. But that shit happens all the time across the board, right? I don't know. Steph says, wait, is that Steph? Is that Steph of the Grift Gang, or is this a different Steph? Help me out here. I've been gone for a week. Let me check my list. Is there a Steph on my list? No, of course not. He did look up with that lawyer. I will say he seemed to be a tad bit of a shit show in court during that one hearing. Nikki P says, should we boot the fake Steph? Because we actually checked the accounts. Thank you, Nikki P. Appreciate you. Do you think that Steph was just forgetting where they, hold on. Do you think they were forgetting that they were on their regular account, or what do you think that was all about? Just curious, because that, I mean, Steph, it took balls. I'll have to admit that. That took some fucking balls. And I'm going to give Hussy credit where credit's due. I feel like just from what we're seeing, just from what we are reading in this new complaint about the settlement agreement, I would have to agree that that was a bad bitch settlement agreement for sure. Steph says, I feel like I need to change my name. Please don't whack this, Steph. I believe they're just fine. Hey, Maggie Lives. Thank you. Maybe Steph wants to be a mod here too, like she is on every channel she enters. She fucking wishes. Oh, Nikki P says it was a fake Steph. Well, that's crazy. Okay, where were we? Oh, right. So the agreement says blah, 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 $7,500, refrain from disparagement, including participating and disparagement from others. In return, the plaintiff agreed to drop his case. Upon signing the agreement, Mr. Chukachian thought this was so dramatic. I loved it so much. Upon signing the agreement, Mr. Chukachian thought he would be finally free from Frank's malicious and defamatory statements. I'm actually shocked that Mr. Masters did not throw the word vile in there, you know, especially since that was the word that the original judge used in her whatever, her order. And I'm sure this is a new judge. I'm not sure if Owl covered that because I didn't watch her, but it's not the same judge, you guys. If you recall, the original case went before the Honorable Judge Ebony Scott. This new one is in front of a judge by the name of Juliet J. McKenna. Also of note is that the hearing is not until July, which I found interesting because the complaint was filed, and also, once again, there has been a motion for temporary restraining order filed. But it doesn't look like that was set for hearing. It looks like the hearing was simply set for the remote initial scheduling conference all the way out July 12th. Did Foul Owl have any comment on that? On why the hearing would be scheduled so far out? If there's also a motion for TRO once again? Don't fence me in says, so now Ronald and Mima are getting sued by Hussy. Yes, because Mima clearly broke the agreement. Don't fence me in, not just Mima, but Ronald broke the agreement. We'll get to that. I also think it's possible that Mima told Owl some details she shouldn't have told anyone. I believe Clara Honda absolutely told people shit she shouldn't have told them. And I do feel strongly that Owl is probably one of those people. Okay, hold on. That case was won on the video clips that nearly weren't allowed to be seen because the lawyer didn't submit properly and he had no dates for anything. He got lucky. Girl, he didn't get, well, he got lucky, but also, Nikki P, I know myself and at least one other person live real time during the hearing found the clip, the date, the timestamp, and it was sent to the lawyer while, like, actually during the hearing. Let's see. Okay, so upon signing the agreement, Mr. Chikachian thought he would be finally free from Frank's malicious and defamatory statements. Still, it turns out the agreement only served the purpose of giving her extra time to continue relentlessly defaming plaintiff on the internet with little to no consequences. I love this. I love the dramatics of it all. After suffering further severe monetary and emotional distress, Mr. Chukachian was left with no other choice other than to file this new complaint of breach of that agreement. Plaintiff seeks relief under the District of Columbia and federal common and statutory law, including but not limited to injunctive and other equitable relief, compensatory and punitive damages, expenses, and reasonable attorney's fees based on the defendant's breach of contract, breach of the covenant of good faith and fair dealing, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Frank is so malicious. K11 Piece agrees. I think Al has been chatting up Juan and Mima too. Most important question. Probably. All right. Then the next section is just about jurisdiction. Being Washington, D.C., which I don't think that Clara Hondra's attorney would dare go in arguing jurisdiction again, but you never know. Remember that was such a big to do about jurisdiction and where Clara lived and when she lived there and all that shit. Remember Clara Hondra signed an affidavit swearing that she was not a resident of Washington, D.C., that she was actually a resident of the state of Indiana. And she submitted her fresh, hot off the press Indiana driver's license along with that sworn notarized affidavit. Therefore, a copy of Clara Hondra's actual whole ass Indiana driver's license is available for public view on the Washington, D.C. District Court's website attached to that original case. I would absolutely fucking die if my driver's license was public record on the internet, but whatever. And what did that get her? In the end, it didn't win her argument that the case should be thrown out of the DC court based on jurisdiction, did it? No, it didn't. It accomplished absolutely nothing except for, well, I don't know, maybe a court certified notarized proof and verification that Clara Hondra indeed lives in the same household as two welfare recipients. I don't know. What do I know? Maybe that's why they can't get married. I don't know. Very good. Thank you so much for the super chat. DC is desperate for allies, friends, and allies she shouldn't have. I think we'll see more of that come into play as she bobsleds into bankruptcy, right? I love that. Bobsledding into bankruptcy. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, and they barely acknowledged jurisdiction at all in court. It got put to the side and never mentioned again. Yeah, that judge was not having it. She was served at the Washington, D.C. residence that was mortgaged in her name on the date and time that she was served there. Get the fuck out of here. Maybe you should have skipped town over into Indiana just a wee bit sooner, like literally a week sooner. I love that for you. Wow, DC. That's pretty embarrassing. Oh, Skullface at the Gene says she had friends and screwed them over. Those are facts. We saw it all happen. Misguided. I have no idea. I did get a new GG doll at the Walmart though. I have the other one that I glued the Jack Daniels bottles and the bow to, but I got another one that also looks like him. In my opinion, looks a little more like him than the first one. Oh, that's right, Nikki P. And also, the very same month, she had filed and started proceedings in a Washington, D.C. court. That's right. I wonder if her attorney in that first case was aware of that, because she did not hire an attorney to file that first filing against Hussy, the one that for the EPO that she didn't show up for. She did that all on her own. Chicken scratched the complaint. Remember, I read it. I think I showed it too. Sura says if they are on benefits, then they probably can't get married because her and her resources would count towards those benefits, at least with SNAP. Yes, they would. You're absolutely right. That's why they can't get married. Well, not that either one of them wants to get married, but there you have it. Ron in his best Team U band shirt and DC with a fresh weave, exchanging vows. Listen, me and Yaba exchanged vows on the white sugar sand beaches of Panama City Beach, Florida, in front of crystal clear blue waters, wearing our hoodies, barefoot in the sand. It was absolutely beautiful. I wore this god awful sun hat that I should have taken off my head, but my hair was crazy from being in the wind and the sun and everything. So I stuck that stupid hat on my head. Whatever. It's fine. She told her lawyer loads of lies and let her walk into court saying them and being slapped down straight away. Nikki P, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Very good, said. He certainly missed you from what I can see, but you should have more fun filleting Clara Hondra than humoring old pickle brain. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you what, Husseth Jean did us a motherfucking solid over here in these parts. For one, Clara Hondra and old Ronald Corbin over there are going to be so tied up in that whole legal shebang. They, certainly won't have any time to be fucking around over here. And it's going to make for good content. And I'm really looking forward to covering it. I mean, it's almost like I said, it's almost a year to the day since the first filing. So that made for great content all year long. And I look for this to be the same, if not, even more exciting. So I'm really pleased with that. Thank you for that, Husseth Jean. We appreciate you. Fruity Tootie said, I just want to say DC Gerdma can have plenty of shady, worthless allies. I'm sure Begletta can be bought. Honey, she's already done bought her. Hold on. Aw, okay, baby. Hold on, guys. Where were we? Okay, parties. Here are the parties. Oh, wait, jurisdiction, blah, blah, blah. Well, I guess let's read it. The court has jurisdiction over the subject matter of this complaint pursuant to DC codes, blah, blah, blah. The court has personal jurisdiction over the defendants pursuant to DC code, blah, blah, blah. Jurisdiction is proper in this court in that the events and transactions giving rise to the plaintiff's claims occurred while the parties signed a settlement agreement that is governed by, construed, and enforced in accordance with the laws of the District of Columbia. Jurisdiction is also proper in this court because the parties agreed with signing the agreement to have any and all disputes resolved in the District of Columbia. Aha! So part of the agreement that Clara and Ronald had to sign was that going forward, any and all disputes would be resolved in the District of Columbia Court. I love it. All right. Jurisdiction is neat and tidy. LOL. Hold on, guys. She's so cute. I love her so much. All right. Ron's in this case, they're going in already on a back foot, and it's gonna be great to see. Absolutely. Yes, Gucci Gang Gamer Girl, more Zoom court dates. LOL. I'm looking forward. You guys know I love a Zoom court date. You know I love a Zoom court date. Because Hussy wanted to keep that lawyer on his case. Absolutely. Well, also, I mean, if it's the courts, it was this court's case to begin with. It would be extremely difficult to get another court in another district or another state to give a fuck about, a matter that took place elsewhere. Who is Becky? I don't see a Becky. I see someone telling Becky to shut up, but I don't see a Becky. Or am I missing a joke? Am I having a boomer moment? I don't know. Okay. Parties. 1, plaintiff Ken Chukatchian is a resident of New York and a citizen of the United States. Defendants Clara Frank is, upon information and belief, a resident of Indiana and a citizen of the United States. Defendant Ron Corbin is, upon information and belief, a resident of Indiana and a citizen of the United States. All right, here is statement of facts. Hold on, I need to drink of water. I'm drinking this coffee and it's making me like, I don't know. You bet you wouldn't get in again. You kept putting the thumbs emoji when Clara lied. Oh, Becky is Gucci. Okay, thank you. All right. Yes, of course. Here we go. Statement of facts. Plaintiff is a digital content creator on social media and streaming platforms such as Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Plaintiff uses his digital audience to make comedy sketches, videos, and live streams in which he impersonates his old nanny, Miss Hussy. In exchange for his content, he receives monetary donations, paid subscriptions, and super chats from fans and digital admirers. Oh, okay. Well, Skullface's Jean Gucci Gang Gamer Girl says she's not Becky. So can we fix that? Oh, wait. What's fucking lies, Bunny? This first part of the statement of facts. That's number 1 under statement of facts. Are we going to get our red pens out? Nikki P says, leave Gucci Gang Gamer Girl alone. Yes, please. Skullface Jean says, okay. All right. Thank you for handling that maturely. Skullface Jean. Gucci Gang Gamer Girl, thanks for being a good sport. Oh, Bunny says the nanny named Hussy Partlet. I think the whole thing is a big fat lie. Number 1 under the statement of facts is painting Hussy Jean as being some comedy sketch entertainer who simply does comedy sketches impersonating his old nanny. I mean, that's not all Hussy Jean does on his Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. In fact, you know, there's a lot more going on over there. Mr. Lonely says it is certainly a lie that it's, quote, comedy. I would have to agree with that. So listen, so I guess what? So then DC is not the only one who has their attorney lying to the court about what they are doing on social media. Interesting. Journey to the Pit says Ron and DC thought they were going to align with Hussy, Beglinda, and the one who don't look right just for it to come right back and bite them in the ass and bankrupt them. That's going on the board. Hold on, let me find it. Thank you for that, Journey to the Pits. I love that I'm making them look at the Sam and Yaba got married thumbnail while I read this shit. Where was I? It's this one. Okay. The nanny's name wasn't Hussy, LMAO. I've heard him say her name to Miss Parker. Oh, really? Very good. Said, shh, let's just say that it's true until the end of the case. All right. So this is creative, Hussith. I will give that to your attorney's paralegal. It's quite creative. Plaintiff uses his digital audience to make comedy sketches, videos, and live streams in which he impersonates his old nanny. That's not all Hussy's doing over there, you know. Oh, that's right, Discarded Roses. Thank you. Discarded Roses says, I thought Miss Gloria was the parody. Right. Oh, Sherry B, I do too. She got so many pairs of sunglasses in Florida. It got to be just a tad ridiculous. It really did. Skullface of Jean, are you still riding the shit out of this Becky person? 2. Okay, we're still under statements of facts. 2. Plaintiff is Hussy. Hussy has been creating online content for his fans over the past few years. Last year, prior to the public online posting of the defendant's defamatory statements, Mr. Tukachian had over 200 paid memberships on his Twitch channel. Do you guys believe that? Do you think Hussy Jean had over 200 paid memberships? Not subscribers. They're specifically saying paid memberships on his Twitch channel. I don't know. I'm going to press X to doubt on that. He also had, on average, 600 views per live stream prior to the commencement of defendant Frank's defamation campaign against plaintiff. And he used to profit between $1,000 and $1,500 monthly from Twitch. Effie Cujo's pressing X to doubt. Yes, Gloria was the name. Yes. Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. Thank you, Discarded Roses, again. Oh, Effie Cujo says he rants and raves like a lunatic, calling people bitches and cunts. That's right, Effie Cujo. I wonder why his attorney left that part out of the description of the sort of content that Mr. Hussith Jean produces and uploads to the internet. That's weird. I agree, Catalina. That seems a little high. Hussy got banned on YouTube for talking horrendous crap about foodie. Really, Kimberlina? I knew that Hussy was a bannovator, but I didn't know why for he got yeeted from YouTube. Are you telling me that the YouTube platform banned Husseth Jean because he was saying such horrendous, vile things about Chantal Sorrow? Suing over 600 views and barely 1,000 a month is so pathetic. Listen, I think that the reason why it says there's an average of 600 views per live stream is because that's something they can't really lie about like openly. You know what I mean? Like that's something you can literally go to his Twitch channel and look at the replays and see what the views averaged. But as far as how many paid members he had, that's probably something that he wouldn't have had to like show proof of until it got to a certain point, and even then, I think that both he and his attorney were pretty confident it would never go to trial. So he could say anything. He could have said he had 2,000 paid memberships on his Twitch channel. Of course, everybody knows that's not true. I just don't believe the 200. I'd like to see proof of that. Skullfaceth Jean says, yep, Hussy got banned just like Peanut did. LOL bullying. Very good said, I believe so. It was either Chantal or Charlie Gold. Where's Nikki P? She's usually a pretty good historian on shit like that. Do you know exactly what it was that got Husseth Jean permanently banned from YouTube? Like his fed prenut. Yep. Honestly, I haven't listened to Hussy in years, but that was because he said disgusting things about people. I'm shocked he won a defamation case. Well, because technically it didn't get very far, and Clara Honda had to settle before it got to a point to where anything could come out in the wash or whatever. But you know what though? Even if even though, and despite that being, factual, that Hussy himself has said horrible, disgusting, vile things about others on the internet, that would have absolutely no bearing on the complaint brought against Clara Honda. It's not like, oh well, yeah, I might have defamed and slandered whatever, but so does he. No, it don't work like that, does it? It was Foodie. Pretty sure it was Foodie. Chantel. Wow. Hussy got banned for harassing Chantel. I love that. Oh, Journey to the Pit said, I think it was Foodie Beauty that got him banned, but he was calling Charlie Gold racist insults the entire time as well. Exactly, Joe. He took it to court first. He got the upper hand. Boy, that's a hard lesson to learn there, huh, Clara? His complaint is about his Twitch, not his YouTube. Mm-hmm. He's had several Twitters banned for harassment as well, of course. Okay, so he claims that he had over 200 paid memberships on Twitch. He was also getting an average of 600 views per live stream, and that he used to profit between 1,000 and 1,500. Again, I don't think in that original case, I don't think it ever got to a point in which Husseth had to prove that his claims that he was making X amount of dollars prior to was actually factual. AK says he was not getting 600 views. LOL. Prove it, fatso. Thank you, AK. All right. Number 3. We're still under statement of facts, or whatever the fuck it's called. Defendant Frank, aka DC Media Girl, is the owner of digital platform accounts on Twitter and most recently Rumble. The defendant also used to make videos and live streams on YouTube, but she was recently banned from these platforms at some point last year for violating their terms of service. Interesting that the fact that Hussy the Gene also has been permanently banned from the YouTube platform for violating their terms of use. It's not brought up. Why would it be? Just goes to show you, though, how just because something is stated in a legal document as a part of a lawsuit or a criminal complaint or, a trial or whatever does not necessarily make it true. Now, does it? Interesting how you can see, especially like people like us who we have the advantage of knowing, we know both sides. We know the truth of the matter, what Hussy's really up to online. And then seeing how his attorney has crafted this complaint to make him look like an absolute victim. She gave him the heads up and pissed off his lawyer enough to take the case. No win, no fee by not showing up to the first DC filing. Sure did. Sure did, Nikki P. All right. Anyway. Defendant's prior defamation incidents and relevant facts prior to October 25th, 2023. Okay, so that's the next portion, starting with number 4, is defendant's Clara's prior defamation incidents and relevant facts prior to October 25th, 2023. If you did not know, October 25th, 2023 was the date that they settled the case and that Ron and Clara signed the non-disparagement agreement. So this part is giving relevant facts prior to the settlement of the first case. So it's basically, I guess, like what led up to, or maybe even like a summary of the original complaint in the first case. So number 4 says, since last December, defendants have maliciously and deliberately engaged in campaigns of harassment and defamation against Mr. Chukachian by falsely accusing plaintiff of being a sex predator, a drunk, a liar, a scammer, and other defamatory written and or oral statements. Number 5, defendant Frank, over the past 2 years, has used her social media accounts to harm plaintiff's reputation and to cause him economic and non-economic damages. Just as a matter of exemplification of defendant's horrendous false accusations and defamatory statements, on November 12th, 2022, defendant Frank used her Twitter account to post the following public tweet. She, unknown person, is not witty, funny, or smart, just another pathetic drunk like Hussy and Gigi. Does anybody know who this she was? I've got to know. November 12th, 2022. Who do you think that was? I think it was Witty Widow. Just using my context clues as we do over here, Foul Owl. She is not witty, funny, or smart, just another pathetic drunk like Hussy and Gigi. I'm saying it was Witty Widow. Yves Ravens, Late Gang, just read the title. Congrats. Thank you so much. And thank you for the stupid chat. Witty Widow, indeed. All right. On November 19th, 2022, defendant Frank used her Twitter account to post the following public tweet. If Hussy thinks anything he has to say about me is going to make me cry or run away, he's got another thing coming. Hussy, you're a drunk and a predator who relies on women to pay his way and runs to the police when your feelings are hurt. Hashtag loser. Hashtag man baby. I love it. I wonder, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine what it's like to see my own tweets in a document in a court of law to which I've had to pay out so far in excess of $10,000 just in settlements. That's not including attorney's fees. I fucking love it. Hussy will have a harder time. He's going to have to show his medical records, all his accounts. If Clara doesn't just roll over and accept a deal, Hussy has a lot to prove in the damages he's claiming. Well, I guess we will all find out just how deep Clara's dead aunt's pockets really were. Well, it'll be very interesting. I mean, obviously she cannot say, okay, fine, I'll pay what you're asking for, right? She don't have that kind of money. So it'll be interesting to see if she just negotiates a settlement, because it's possible. It's totally possible she could just negotiate another settlement. Maybe she checks her pocketbook, checks her little savings account. She's like, I can probably squeeze out another $6,000. You know, Hussy will take it. I'm sure Hussy will take it. Did she go around calling her Black Widow too? Jesus, Clara, you're just gunning for another defamation suit, right? He's lied about me all through that filing, like obvious, ridiculous lies that are easy to disprove. That's what I'm understanding. That's what I'm hearing. What did two cardinals say? It seems like the filing is so outrageous that he doesn't expect it to go to trial at all. It's meant to strong arm Clara into giving him more money to settle. Two cardinals, I agree wholeheartedly. I do. I think this is Hussy saying, hold on. I don't know. Oh. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I think this is Hussy's way of saying, check out your check your bank balance and run me my shit. Make me an offer. Catalina says she needs to settle. She clearly breached it. God, I can't wait. I can't wait to see how quickly this settles. Because there's no way I just don't see Clara hiring an attorney and going through the whole process, the months and months long process, when the end result is going to be the same. She's going to have to settle and pay Hussy again a third time. Look, I'm not going through all the old shit that she said that got her in real big trouble and having to settle the first time. And I'm not going to read this bullshit tonight. I'm not going to read the parts where she gets into the bodega. We'll get into that tomorrow. We don't have time for all that tonight. But I do. Okay. So this part where it says the first civil action, the settlement signed, and violations between October 25th and November 15th, 2023. So they came to an agreement on October 25th. They signed the agreement on October 25th. And by November 15th, the agreement had been breached the first time. Based on these facts, Mr. Tukachian filed a civil suit against Frank in the Superior Court of the District of Columbia, matter number 2023-CAB-001935, hereinafter referred to as the lawsuit or the defamation matter. The defamation matter. That's so funny. On October 23rd, 2023, the parties decided to reach a settlement by signing a settlement agreement entitled Confidential Settlement Agreement and General Release. The settlement agreement also contained confidentiality and non-disparagement clauses. The parties decided to settle the case under the following conditions. A, for and in consideration of the payment of $7,500 from Frank to Tukachian and other valuable considerations, the parties agreed the agreement and general release was a compromise between the parties for the complete and final settlement of all claims, differences, and causes of action, including attorney's fees, now known or unknown, between them, accruing through the date of this agreement. The parties agreed that they would not interfere with or create any negative impact on each other's business or personal lives. The parties agreed not to cause any harm or disturbance to each other, including but not limited to posting any negative reviews or comments about the other party on any platforms, whether real or virtual. The parties agreed not to take, support, encourage, induce, or voluntarily participate in any action or attempted action that would negatively comment on, disparage, or call into question the character or business operations of the other party or any of the released parties, or to act in any way that would damage the reputation or business relationships of the party except as required by law. I mean, that's pretty much covers it, right? Mr. Lonely, we're not sure, but typically these matters, the attorneys usually take like 30%. So we asked Alexa to do the math for us, and I think it came out to $2,250. I think I think where Clara fucked up is in the first part where it says that they agreed that the agreement and general release was a compromise between the parties for the complete and final settlement of all claims, differences, and causes of action. I think that she really thought that, or not her, it's Ron, because Ron is who fucked up right out of the gate. I think that he really thought that the language in there meant that this settled it all, and that Hussy couldn't come back and try to nail him for the same shit again. I don't know. I agree, Effie Cujo. The lawyer did good. I agree with that. I ain't mad at it. All right. So then it goes on to say Ronald Corbin, who was not a party to the defamation matter, agreed to be bound by the non-disparagement clause and endorsed his signature at the end of the document, so it is signifying. D, the parties agreed not to disclose any information regarding the terms or conditions of this agreement except to their immediate family, tax advisor, and or its attorneys, or as otherwise specifically protected or required by law. 9, in spite of the settlement agreement signed and the compromise Mr. Chukachian partook in order to have Frank's and Corbin's harassment campaign ceased, defendants continued to act maliciously and in direct violation of agreement's terms. On October 29th, which is 6 days after the agreement, Clara Frank supposedly admitted to AK that she would continue to harass Mr. Chukachian while selling all of her assets and moving to another state, Indiana, to avoid plaintiff's counsel to place liens on her house or anything else she owned. That can't be true because by October 29th, 2023, Clara Frank had already been a resident of the state of Indiana since March of 2023. So there's no way. There's no way this is true. I just wonder if anybody else caught that. Or if they just read it and was like, oh, really? She did? Oh my God. I can't believe Claire told AK that she would sell all of her things and move to Indiana to avoid Hussy's attorney placing liens on her house or anything else she sold. That house was sold, was it not sold months prior to this? Months and months prior to this? It was. It wasn't sold in March. When did Clara close on the sale of her DC real estate? AK says he's lied about all the dates so they would make the statute of limitations. Wow. I wonder what she had to promise Negs to get him to sign that. You know, Negs would have to be bribed to take the L. Oh, yeah, she paid him for sure. Matter of fact, if you recall, Ron's store miraculously opened right after this settlement. Remember? Did it not open on Halloween, October 31st? After months and months and months and months of it being delayed, all of a sudden. And you know what else, if you recall? All of a sudden, Clara's aunt dies. Clara settles the suit with Hussy. Clara puts her name on the LLC that they registered the business to, and then the attic opens. That all happened like in the same fucking week. She settled with Hussy when her aunt was on her deathbed. I know the dates are like very close. And then he shut the doors 2 months later. She was hiding money because she knew. Do you think, Catalina? AK, did she do that last year before she sold the house? I don't know. All I know is there's no fucking way this can be a true and factual statement. Hussy, you know that. You know better than that. Oh, sorry, I'm not screen sharing. I'll read it again. On October 29, 2023, Frank admitted to AK. Okay, so Clara admitted to AK that she would continue to harass Hussy while selling all of her assets and moving to another state, Indiana, to avoid Hussy's attorney placing liens on her house or anything else she owns. She doesn't own anything anymore. Yes, Kim Fisher. Clara put her name on the LLC right after her aunt died, right after she settled the lawsuit with Hussy, and like literally 2 days before it opened. Catalina says, yes, she also was sending large sums of money on to Negs online. I fully think she's been moving funds to look like she has less and has been for a while. Oh, I agree. That is my opinion as well. Nikki says she settled before she got her dead aunt's money, before she had more assets, before she actually got it, but she settled once it was clear and evident the aunt was on her way out, like within days of her aunt dying. Yes, but before she actually got the money. Okay, so then it goes on to say also on October 29th, 2023, so 6 days after 6 days roughly after she settled with Hussy. Hussy claims that AK, a member of the bodega, said in a private Discord that Frank told Sherry Brown, another member of the bodega, about the settlement. Oh boy. Sorry, I just read the whole name. Everybody knows that's your name. Not only has she been telling people about the case, but she has also been lying about the settlement signed by the parties. She openly told several people, okay, wait. It doesn't say about the settlement. Okay. So it does specifically say that Clara told, maybe this is a different Sherry. I don't know. How would Hussy know this is my question. Although I did see somebody in the chat earlier saying that they have seen a screenshot of it. So where's the screenshot? Thank you, Stump Jumper. Okay. Not only has Clara been telling people about the case, but she has also been lying about the settlement signed by the parties. This is where I don't think it is Sherry of the bodega. I think it is none other than Colby Hernandez, Foul Owl herself, that Clara was actually disclosing details of the settlement to. Because this sentence right here, this is remember when Foul Owl out of literally out of nowhere, all of a sudden Foul Owl started talking about saying that I was lying about how much the settlement was, and she was really, really, really strongly hinting and alluding to Clara having told her personally that she didn't pay Hussy nothing. Yep. Absolutely. Matter of fact, thank God Foul Owl not only keeps all of her shit public, all of her live streams are public, but she timestamps the ever loving shit out of that. I guarantee you, before my live stream's over today, somebody will put in the chat for me the exact fucking link to the timestamp where Owl is up there talking and making people believe that Clara told her that Hussy didn't, or that she didn't pay Hussy shit. Please go find it. It shouldn't be that hard. Thank you. I appreciate you. Just whoever wants to go find it. Let me know when you have it. All right. So yeah, it says, not only has she been telling people about the case, but she's also been lying about the settlement signed by the parties. Clara openly told several people that Mr. Chukachian did not obtain any compensation for the defamation matter in an attempt to humiliate him further and expose him as a scammer and loser. This emboldened others to come after him. Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat. How these, is it charlatans? I always think I'm pronouncing that wrong, which is why I don't use the word, are able to slither through life without supervision is mind-blowing. Poster children for the return of sanitariums and asylums. Thank you so much for the super chat. I need to close my blinds. It's getting dark out there. So yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Because honestly, the only person, correct me if I'm wrong, the only person I have heard going around and trying to spread the narrative or the idea that Clara didn't pay Hussy a motherfucking thing was Owl. Was anybody else saying that shit? Like Charlotte, thank you, charlatans, thank you, pickle orderer. Was anybody else saying that shit? Well, more that Owl is very stoned during her streams makes her look dumb. Very good, says DC talking Owl and Owl giving it him. Oh dear. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very good. Husseth Lynn Reed needs a job. That was funny as shit, Carly. All right. Yeah, I have not heard anybody but Owl even imply that Clara didn't pay Hussy anything. Catalina says, I really only remember Owl. Afukujo says, just Owl. Mm-hmm. And see, again, I think the reason why Hussy and Hussy's attorney feel safe in saying literally anything they want in this complaint is because they know it's not gonna go far enough in the process for them to have to fucking prove any of this shit. They know that. Isn't the American judicial system a beautiful thing? On or about October 29th, 2023, on a live stream entitled Live Monty Bitch Slaps the Crying Ground, defendant Corbin shared a derogatory and offensive video of plaintiff Chukachian, resulting once again in a violation of the terms of the parties' agreement. Dun dun dun. Is that his Rumble channel's nuked. Damn it, that sucks. Oh, wait, do you think that has anything to do with why he nuked his Rumble channel? Because he's like, dude, if Hussy's just going to go back to all my fucking Rumble videos and start dinging my ass for every time I violated that agreement, just fuck it. I'm just going to nuke the whole thing. That's crazy. That's crazy. Were they just served this week? Of course they were. It was just, or the last week. It was just filed last week, wasn't it? God, that's fucking great, dude. Damon says DC would have been even more stupid to settle. Hussy will always come back for more. Yep. Man, this is crazy. I love it though. I'm living for it. All right. Hussy's attorney goes on to say, as a result, on November 15th, 2023, the plaintiff's counsel, Hussy's attorney, submitted a demand letter to defendant Corbin explaining that. So this is just to Ron because Ron's the one that fucked up. So now Ron is getting a demand letter. I love this. November 15th, 2023. So the letter explains that, quote, on the live Monty Bitch Slaps the Crying Ground, you, Mr. Corbin, shared a video of Miss Hussy in violation of the terms of the parties' agreement. Based on your breach of contract and the damages sustained by Mr. Chukachian, we hereby give notice that we intend to file a civil lawsuit against you and all relevant subsidiaries and parent companies, if any exist. Our client seeks compensation for the sustained monetary damages associated with the breach and all legal and attorney's fees incurred in this matter, including emotional distress as the matter had been concluded. In an effort to resolve this matter, we write to inform you that our client is willing to settle this case amicably if possible. If you would like to discuss this matter further, please review this letter and its attached exhibits and contact Maxwell and Price within 14 days of receiving it. If we do not receive your response within this time frame, we will have no choice but to file a lawsuit to seek proper compensation for our client's damages. The demand requested is $2,500 and is reasonable considering the extent of the damages caused solely by your actions. While we would be willing to reach an agreement on these terms, we are fully prepared to go to trial. Please let me know how you would like to proceed. See generally demand letter sent by plaintiff's counsel to Ronald Corbin on November 15, 2023. Dude, that store had not even been open 2 weeks, and Ron got a demand letter and a threatening threat to be sued. Thank you so much, Nikki P. Timestamp 3102, you believe? Thank you. Hold on. Fucking 3102 or 3120. We'll go back to 3052 just to be safe. All right, hold on. Oops. I'm a little rusty. What do you want from me? Here we go. Let's see. Sham and Hussy took up this whole stream. Tomorrow we celebrate the Attic relaunch. Oh, 3 weeks ago. She was saying this longer ago than that, I thought, but I could be wrong. We'll see. Hold on. Let me fix this. There we go.
Her lies. It's just crazy using that she used to be civil with people to validate her lies. It's just crazy to watch from your point of view because 100% that the things she's saying aren't true. It's 100% proof to you that you can't trust that person, that they could
Are
lie
you
about
fucking kidding me? This is the big, bold fucking statement you're trying to make. Trying to say I'm a big fat liar over this. Owl, please. Gosh. What a waste of time. Anyway, I'm sorry. Continue.
That's why I'm still, you guys, this Hussy thing, I'm not letting this go. Hussy did not get no 30K. Hussy did not get no 30K.
Listen, I'm not letting this go. I am not letting this go. Hussy didn't get no 30K. Girl, shut up. You look and sound absolutely fucking ridiculous. Nobody said Hussy got 30K. We said Hussy got a big fat fucking check, and he did. $7,500 is a lot of money for Hussy. Even if it's, Alexa, what is 2,200? Wait, Alexa, never mind. What am I trying to ask Alexa? Oh, yeah. Alexa, what is 7,500 minus 2,250?
7,500 minus 2,250 is 5,250.
$5,250 is a lot of money for Hussy. All right, Hussy lives in poverty. We know that. Stupid owl. So do you, by the way. So do you. We know you could use $5,000 right now. I forgot what the number is. We know you could. I wonder if DC is ever going to admit that it wasn't literally everyone else that had the problem and it was always Ron Corbin. I wonder that too. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Nikki P says, oh, that's right. He still had some of his retainer left from when DC filed on him too. So it would have been even less taken out. Nikki P, great point. Great point. Thank you for that.
You see how CM reacted to the slightest bit of push.
Owl was ringing her bell the other day. Hey, girl. Hey, say it ain't so. Owl was ringing her bell? No way. Hey, bedazzling art with Michaela. Nice to see you. Carly says, I'd rub 5K on my tiddly winks.
Back from me. Why isn't she pushing back on Hussy? Hussy's been talking her ass into the ground.
I would have to watch Hussy to know that Hussy was talking my ass into the ground and this push back on Hussy. There's your answer, Foul Owl. If you're listening, of course you are. There's the answer to your burning question. I don't fucking watch Hussy.
Like
Simple.
5 weeks.
Simple.
Sam has not said but a word.
Because I don't watch the motherfucker.
I heard her say. Insinuate.
Have you ever caught me watching a fucking Hussy? Have I said about, oh, Hussy said this, Hussy said that? I don't fucking watch Hussy. Okay. I don't.
Stating to Hussy that she holds proof that Hussy broke the NDA.
He did.
So that is what Sam holds over Hussy. So what do we think Hussy holds over Sam, ladies and gentlemen?
Bitch, you're so fucking stupid. Did anyone ever answer that question? Did anyone ever crack that code? What does Hussy have over Sam? Look at the look on her face when she says such a ridiculous fucking thing. What does Hussy hold over Sam? Not a fucking thing, bitch.
The actual amount that he got awarded, if any, in royalties in that big fat check that they assured us. Hussy's going so far as to say that he's never told Sam a thing. And we're going to take a look at a few things that kind of discredit that as well. Now Hussy trying to say that they never talked about anything in detail about that case. Now, come on, Hussy. I think that it would have been better off for you to just not put that video out. That Sam Tefler, you are a liar. Yeah, I think you'd have been better off just not putting that out at all. Poison for 5. You don't have to explain anything. It's her fault. She wasn't able to have anything in her life until she swindled Yaba. Oh my Lord. She's not going to like that one.
And that's why
Swindled Yaba out of what? That's what I want to know. What the fuck did I swindle out of Yaba? Isn't it funny how they can't say?
Original Owl was showing her vagina.
Oh, there it is. Thank you again, Poison. And then member for 9 months. Bad bitch Dusty 100K. Sam is pig mad that Al doesn't dare lie through teeth that she didn't steal for her. Thank you, bad bitch. Oh my God, the denture thing. The fucking denture thing. You guys.
I wouldn't have read that out loud if I was you, Al, but like, oh yeah, you guys, that's her changing the subject. Watch. Let's let her read it. Realize it's about her dentures. And then watch her pivot. Look at the look on her face. It's great.
Mad that Al doesn't dare lie through teeth that she didn't steal for her. Thank you, bad bitch. Oh my God, the denture thing. The fucking denture thing. You guys, I'm telling you, let's start a hashtag about Sam. Unprivate the videos, Sham. Unprivate the videos. Unprivate the videos of you saying that you couldn't even. What? Al has dentures? No. Well, those were well done. And
look, God muted her for telling that lie. I've never seen this part. Is she trying to say that in one of my now privated videos that I said that I couldn't tell she had dentures? That's a fucking lie. And God recognized her lie and silenced her. Very good. Thank you so much for the super chat. I got to go, but once again, congratulations to you and the wife. P.S. I've turned off autocorrect, so no more botched messages. P.S.S. Piss off, Owl. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very good. Thanks for being here. I'm going to be wrapping it up here in a minute, too. Wicked Crafter, Sam swindling Yaba's printer skill. The shame of it. LMMFAO. Thank you so much for the super chat. Listen to this. God silenced this woman in the middle of her bold-faced fucking lie. I tell you what, Al, since we know you take meticulous notes with timestamps, go over to the Twitter right now, because I know you're watching. Go over to the Twitter right now. You tell me exactly what stream it is and the timestamp where I said that you had beautiful teeth and that I could not tell they were dentures, and I was shocked to hear that you had dentures. You give me the name of the stream and the timestamp, and I will unprivate that motherfucker right now. And I will go to the timestamp and we will watch it together. Nikki P says she did a stream 2 days ago about you and Hussy and this check. I've not seen it. I just noticed the title. Really? 2 days ago, she was talking about Hussy and the check again? Crazy. Okay, everybody go keep an eye over there on Owl's Twitter for where she tells us which stream it is I need to unprivate, and I'll go unprivate that motherfucker live tonight before I go to bed. All right, let's see. I want to see God silence her in real time again from telling that fucking bold-faced lie.
What's up, Don? Unprivate the video about
Here we
the
go.
feel for her. Thank you again, Poison. And then member for 9 months. Bad bitch Dusty 100K. Sam is pig mad that Al doesn't dare lie through teeth that she didn't steal for her. Thank you, bad bitch. Oh my God, the denture thing. The fucking denture thing. You guys, I'm telling you, let's start a hashtag about Sam. Unprivate the videos, Sham. Unprivate the videos. Unprivate the videos of you saying that you couldn't even. What? Al has dentures? No. Well, those were well done. And what's happening? Did my sound just go out?
Yeah.
Sorry.
God don't like
I used
liars.
to work in a
God don't like liars, foul Owl.
Did my sound just go out? Sorry. I used to work in a dental office and I know dentures. When I see them, wow, those must be expensive. Good job, Al. Unprivate the video, Sam.
Bitch, tell me which video it is, and I'll unprivate that motherfucker. You said they looked nice or something. I'm quite sure I was being sarcastic as a motherfucker. Nikki P says it was Pete's. You said you couldn't tell they were dentures. I'm not quite so sure because you can clearly tell that Pete's also has. Well, no, Pete's looks like, what's his name? No, those aren't dentures. Who did I say Pete's look like? Now I can't remember the character's name. Sarcasm, Owl. Sarcasm. But yes, please, somebody keep an eye on Owl's Twitter. Surely she'll tell me which stream I need to unprivate and the timestamp, and we will gladly watch it together. Absolutely.
30K. Hussy got a big fat check from DC Media Girl.
Oh, look, so she does know exactly what the fuck it was I said. She literally quoted me. Yes, I said Hussy got a big fat check from DC Media Girl, and now we know that that's the truth, isn't it? $7,500 is a lot of money for Clara to have to pay Hussy the Gene in the form of a check to settle a civil libel, slander, defamation lawsuit. It is, Owl. It is. Look at you. Look at that ridiculous fucking look on your face. Do you feel stupid now? I would. Let's hear it again.
Good job, Al. Unprivate the video, Sam. 30K. Hussy got a big fat check from DC Media Girl. I'm hearing it's about 30K. Unprivate the videos, Sam.
Which one, you ugly bitch? Which one?
Nobody is threatening to strike your shit. You said that you privated everything because Belinda got her shit struck.
I said I privated everything because Clara came right the fuck out and said she was going to strike. She did. Did she not? She did. See? Why are you always lying, Foul Owl? You have a problem with telling the truth, do you? Not shocked as I see you've got Damn It Amber in your chat.
You didn't want your shit to get struck. Well, what's the excuse now? Why are all your videos privated, Sam? Is it because that they would prove that you've lied to your audience? You did nothing but lie to them for months?
Are you fucking kidding me? Is she serious with this shit? You really think that? Make this make sense, bitch. Make this make sense. Clara and Hussy settled this lawsuit. We know for a fact it was settled on October 23rd. October 23rd. I did not private my videos until mid-fucking December. Mid-December. If Clara and Hussy settled that fucking lawsuit in mid-October, and I'm sitting here lying to my audience about it, why for the fuck did I wait 2 whole months before I privated my shit, Owl? Make that make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't. That's right, Effie Cujo. Clara said she was going scorched earth. I privated my videos on or around the time I initiated my case against Clara after she said she was going scorched earth and striking motherfuckers. Oh, but yes, Al, I'm sure that your reasonable explanation that I privated everything 2 months after Hussy and Clara settled that case because they would prove that I was lying to my audience totally tracks. 100%. 100%.
Before any of this shit
Simpson.
even happened with that godforsaken Satan interview that Belinda did, that cursed fucking interview that caused all this.
You mean that fucking garbage ass interview? Look at this woman's face. You got a lot of fucking nerve talking shit to anybody, bitch. Anybody. Listen, at least I know when to not go on camera. All right. At least I know when to stay the fuck off the camera. Maybe you should start tuning into that yourself. Where's my gavel? Where the fuck is my gavel? I have no idea. Things are a mess in here.
Is that why you can't unprivate them now?
You can't unprivate
You
them
said
now?
that my dentures were nice. Oh, Al's home is immaculate, Ron. How dare you talk about Al like that? Her setup, as far as I've seen, is kept clean and immaculate.
Bitch, when would I have said that to Ron? When would I have defended Owl to Ron? What the fuck is she talking about? Somebody, where is this coming from? I'm so confused. What the fuck is she talking about?
Ron. Every word unprivate the video, Sam.
Bitch, if you are quoting me, if you are claiming that this shit came out of my mouth, you tell me what the fuck stream that shit came off of, and I'm gonna unprivate it. Is anybody keeping an eye on Owl's Twitter? Is she posting the names and dates of these streams that she is quoting from so I can unprivate them? No, I didn't think so. Uh-huh. You think she thinks there's evidence in those videos that'll help Clara? Well, which ones, bitch? You tell me. No. She's saying that I said very specific things. So you tell me what stream and you give me a timestamp. And if I've said anything even close to it, we will watch it together. Or are you full of shit? Like my wife says in the chat, that you're just trying to trick me into unprivating shit that might help Clara Hondra in her lawsuit against me, which, by the way, as I understand it, it's having to take one fuck ton of a back burner ever since my attorney basically told Clara's attorney to tell Clara to go fuck herself. Look at you, you fucking weirdo. Absolute fucking weirdo.
Just unprivate them. Just unprivate them. You have all this shit to say about me. Prove to everyone that what I'm saying is a lie. Please, by all means. Unprivate your videos. May I lose 1,000 subs if I'm lying about any of what I just said.
She said, may I lose 1,000 subs. Do you guys know that despite my having lost 1,000 subs back in December and having regained none of them, do you know that I'm on track for my best YouTube month ever? I told you guys I'm not concerned with losing 1,000 subs. When my AdSense start moving in the wrong direction, then I'll start being a little perturbed. And so far, so good. We're working on April's paycheck.
Now, let's take a look here. First, we're going to watch this little bit of Sam's video, just the one from yesterday. Like I said, I do not have time to listen to anything else. So let me get that up first.
All right. Well, anyway, we're not going into all of that. She's had enough of my time and attention for one evening. So yeah, this has been fun. Thank you guys for being here. I'll wait. Just listen, we'll give Foul Owl just another minute or so. Has anybody checked her Twitter? Aw. Kimberlina, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. We love our basic Betties. Forever a basic Betty. That's right, Foul. Hey, Catacore Mermaid. Hey, Kalari. Nice to see you. I'm curious about her stream about this check 2 days ago. You're gonna have to frickin' listen. Yes, you're gonna have to listen, Nikki P. And as per usual, I trust that you will report only what I absolutely need to know. When you showed your video driving in Connorsville and showing us the Dollar General cart heist, Al was whispering DC and pointing like you were stalking her or something. Was she Effie Cujo? That's interesting. That's right. Al did make a big fat fucking stink about that, didn't she? Wasn't it Al who went on and on and on about I had absolutely no reason to be in Connorsville on Friday the 9th when I had to have known that DC was served by US mail the Monday or Tuesday prior, and I was able to prove to her that that service was not recorded with the Floyd County Court until the day before the hearing, which was the following Wednesday. Remember? Foul Owl. Do you remember that? Do you remember going on and on and on and on and saying that the only reason I was in Connorsville on that date was to stalk Clara because I should have known that she had been served by certified mail? Remember that, Owl? And then do you remember I called the clerk's office and the clerk confirmed that they did not receive that service back from the USPS until the following week? Something like 4 or 5 days after I had Clara served by the sheriff. Remember that, Owl? Is that streams? Did I private that stream? Do you need that one unprivated, Owl, by any chance? Should I put that on the list of streams that Owl needs unprivated? Actually, I think that one is still private or still public. DG, thank you so much. She's talking crap about you everywhere, doll. That's right, Nikki P. The 13th. Was that the date? I don't know why I thought it was the 14th. And then the hearing was the 15th, wasn't it? February, remember? Tell Yaba we want the frizzy 90s hair from her kids 4 years ago back. From her kid. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not private. It's still public. Thank you, Nikki P. Lisa says you can unprivate all of them and she'll still get everything wrong. Yes, Journey to the Pits, I agree. Peanut should unprivate the video of Gigi threatening women since we're in the spirit of unprivating streams. Effie Cujo says the 13th sounds right. I don't know. I actually have it recorded, so, and of course that video is still public, so there's that. All right, well, let me find my little intro video, I guess, and play my little ditty for you all and get the hell out of here because it's getting late and I want to go to bed. But we will see you guys tomorrow for sure. It is back to business as usual tomorrow. Yaba should be live somewhere 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I'll see you there. All right. All right. Thanks for being here, guys.